You look in the mirror, you pinch the skin around your waist. You feel frustrated. You think that soft, jiggly layer is your biggest problem. You are wrong. The fat you can pinch is annoying, yes. It ruins the line of your shirt. It makes you self-conscious at the beach. But that fat, subcutaneous fat, is mostly harmless. It is passive. It sits there, waiting to be used for energy. But there is another kind of fat. A fat you cannot pinch. A fat that hides behind the muscle wall, deep inside the cavity of your abdomen. It wraps its fingers around your liver, it chokes your pancreas, it squeezes your kidneys. This is visceral fat, and unlike the fat on your arms or legs, visceral fat is not just storage. It is a biological parasite. It is an active, living organ that is turned against you. It pumps toxic inflammatory chemicals into your bloodstream 24 hours a day. It hijacks your hormones. It hardens your arteries. If you have a belly that sticks out but feels hard to the touch, like a basketball under your shirt, that is not just weight. That is a metabolic emergency. But here is the truth that the diet industry won't tell you. Because this fat is so active, because it is so dangerous. It is also the easiest fat to burn. Your body wants it gone. It is begging you to get rid of it. You just haven't been pulling the right levers. Until today. We are about to dismantle the biology of visceral fat. We are going to give you a science-backed military-grade protocol to starve this tissue out of existence. To kill the enemy, you must understand how it thinks. Why does visceral fat exist? Why does it go there, to the belly, and not the toes? The answer lies in one single hormone, insulin. Think of insulin as the storage comptroller of your body. When you eat, blood sugar rises. Insulin is released to shuttle that energy into your cells. But here's the critical rule of human biology. You cannot burn fat when insulin is high. It is physically impossible. High insulin locks the doors to your fat cells. If you are eating the standard modern diet, bread in the morning, a sandwich at noon, pasta at night, and snacks in between, you are keeping your insulin chronically elevated. You are bathing your organs in a storage signal, but it gets worse. When your liver gets overwhelmed by sugar, specifically fructose, it has no choice. It cannot process the energy fast enough, so it converts it directly into fat and packs it into the closest available space, the visceral cavity. That soda? That fruit juice? That healthy granola bar packed with syrup? That is not fuel. That is a direct shipment of fat to your liver. So, the first step of the protocol is not portion control. It is insulin suppression. You must cut the refined carbohydrates and eliminate liquid sugar. You have to lower the storage signal so the burning signal can finally be heard. Now that we've stopped adding fuel to the fire, how do we extinguish it? Most people think the answer is to eat small meals every 3 hours to stoke the metabolism. This is a lie. Every time you eat, you spike insulin. If you are eating from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., you are spending 14 hours a day in storage mode. You need to flip the metabolic switch. This is where intermittent fasting becomes your weapon. We aren't doing this to starve. We are doing this to manipulate hormones. Here is the science. Roughly 12 hours after your last meal, your body burns through the sugar stored in your liver. Once that tank hits empty, the body panics, in a good way. It needs a new fuel source. It shifts into lipolysis. It starts hunting for fat. And because visceral fat is so metabolically active and has such rich blood flow, it is the first fuel source your body attacks. By simply compressing your eating window to 8 hours, skipping breakfast and eating only between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., you give your body 16 hours of low insulin. You give your body 4 solid hours every single day where it has no choice but to eat its own visceral fat for survival. If you change nothing else, if you ignore everything else in this video, listen to this. There is a nutrient that acts like a sponge for visceral fat. It is called soluble fiber. A massive study conducted by Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center tracked people for 5 years. They found that for every 10-gram increase in daily soluble fiber, visceral fat accumulation dropped by nearly 4%. Why? Because soluble fiber mixes with water in your gut to form a thick gel. This gel sits in your stomach and slows down digestion. It blunts the insulin spike from your food. It acts as a barrier, preventing your body from absorbing all the sugar and fat from your meal. Furthermore, when this fiber hits your colon, your gut bacteria ferment it into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. Butyrate is a miracle molecule. It reduces inflammation and signals your body to stop storing belly fat. You don't need a pill, you need 2 avocados. You need a cup of black beans, you need Brussels sprouts, you need flax seeds. This is not just food, this is tactical nutrition. Let's talk about movement. You see people at the gym on the treadmill, jogging at a medium pace, watching TV, holding onto the rails. They are wasting their time. Low-intensity cardio is fine for your heart, but for visceral fat, it is inefficient. To strip fat from your organs, you need to shock the system. You need high-intensity interval training. You need to sprint. You need to push your heart rate to 90% of its max for 30 seconds, then rest, then do it again. Why? Because of the afterburn effect. When you jog, you burn calories while you jog. When you stop, the burning stops. But when you do HIIT, you create an oxygen debt. Your body has to work overtime for the next 24 hours just to bring your system back to normal. You will be burning belly fat while you are driving home. You will be burning belly fat while you sleep. Combine this with heavy resistance training. Muscle is expensive tissue to maintain. The more muscle you build, the higher your resting metabolic rate. Muscle is a glucose sink. It sucks sugar out of your blood, so it can't be stored as visceral fat. We have reached the final, most critical component, the one that ruins everything. You can have the perfect diet. You can fast for 16 hours. You can sprint until you vomit. But if you do not control this, you will never lose the belly. The enemy is cortisol, the stress hormone. Visceral fat has 4 times more cortisol receptors than the fat on your legs. It is chemically designed to respond to stress. When you are stressed, when you are overworked, anxious, and sleep deprived, your body thinks it is in physical danger. It thinks a famine is coming. So what does it do? It triggers a survival mechanism. It breaks down muscle from your limbs and relocates that energy as fat directly to your belly. It wants that fat near the liver for quick energy access. Stress literally moves fat from your arms and legs and deposits it on your gut. And the biggest driver of cortisol? Sleep deprivation. If you are sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night, your body is in a state of chronic emergency. You are fighting a biochemical war you cannot win. You need 7 to 8 hours. Sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is the most powerful fat-burning tool in your arsenal. So here is the reality. You are walking around with a ticking time bomb strapped to your waist. It is inflaming your body, aging your organs, and shortening your life. But now you have the protocol. Kill the fructose, stop feeding the monster. Fast for 16 hours, turn on the metabolic switch. Eat soluble fiber, build the barrier. Train with intensity, ignite the afterburn. Sleep, lower the cortisol shield. The science is clear. The biology is undeniable. The only variable left in this equation is you. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the new year. The damage is happening right now. The inflammation is happening right now. Take control of your biology, reclaim your health, shrink the belly, and save your life. If you are ready to go to war against visceral fat, I want you to click the link below. I've put together a 1-page battle plan, a cheat sheet of the top high-fiber foods and the exact HIIT routine to start with. It's free and it's yours. And hit that subscribe button because we are just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.